SCR is stealing our Christmas money. What a bunch of scammer scums. The price is not a problem for me. It's just got really awful timing. I think the community totally overacted over this. It's completely agree here. You don't find Game Pass. As you have me, I get the price. Not like it's what on earth has SCR done?
The day's Christmas Eve, and all of the neurodivergent train children were waiting eagerly to see what their favourite Roblox train games would give for Christmas. And SCR had a big present on its way. Their kids thought that the present would be the second coming of Stepford's Jesus. Step Christ, if you would. But to the children, they just saw it as a massive lump of coal. Although it was actually SCR's 2.1 update, which in and of itself came with a few interesting new features to the game, but has been vastly overshadowed by what is potentially the most stupid controversy I've ever seen in the Roblox transport community. A controversy which is just really funny just seeing how pressed people are about this. Yep, we're going to be talking about the infamous Longer Trains Game Pass that SCR introduced in its most recent update. Now this is SCR's first Game Pass in quite a long time, so it was actually quite more of a big deal than what people would think. Originally SCR said that they weren't going to have any Game Passes, but as time went on, things change, obviously. I mean, just look at, for instance, TJ saying that there'd be no Metro and cough, cough, cough. But to most people, there are some issues with this Game Pass that they feel is like the worst thing that's ever happened to the game ever. So what exactly is this Game Pass? Well, to put simply, it's a Game Pass that allows you to unlock longer variations of existing trains, as well as a Class 390 Pendolino, and any future long trains in the game's future. Doesn't sound that bad, right? Well, it doesn't until you consider that the price for this Game Pass is 1,000 Robux, which is at least equivalent to 10 quid in today's money. Now, many people think that paying 10 quid for a train in Roblox is a bit expensive, and well, the reaction that this Game Pass has been given is far from civilised, to say the least. In fact, I saw people in the SCR Discord server's voice chat all day on Christmas just protesting this thing. There's like posts everywhere on the Reddit making up whole new words just to riot against a Game Pass, and honestly, it seems very stupid if you think about it. But I'm going to look at some different perspectives of this whole thing and to sort of give my whole view on it and to give both sides of the story. First of all, we have the people who don't want to be paying 10 quid for a Game Pass or a Game Pass at all. Now this seems to be a very loud minority because, well, look at what happened. The entire idea of this is that people didn't want to be spending Robux, which to some people is completely valid. I mean, Robux costs real-world money to purchase, and, well, if you look at SCR's average audience, do you really think that these people are going to have money? And especially at the price point of 1,000 Robux, which, to be fair, is quite a fair amount, some younger people will feel alienated from this change. In fact, some kids have been throwing around the words pay to win, which, in all honesty, makes no sense considering that there is no way to win SCR. I mean, the only way that it can be made pay to win is by setting the roles behind Game Passes, which... Right. Please don't do that. And I do completely understand why people cannot pay, or would not want to pay 10 quid, especially in today's economy. However, the idea that it's ruining the game for a £10 Game Pass that is completely optional, that doesn't really impact your game experience too vastly, seems a bit weird, because nobody's forcing you to buy that Game Pass, and it's not like you can't play the game without it. It's not like SCR randomly just set the game price to 1,000 Robux to access, because hey, they could do that in theory. One other thing that I've been seeing throwing around as well is saying that 1,000 Robux is quite a lot considering that other Roblox train games have longer trains for cheaper/free. Which, to be fair, yeah, but its main competitor seems to be British Railway. And if you look at their game, their trains that are longer than a normal configuration are quite expensive. Take for instance the IET set of like all the different Hitachi A-train things, which cost 4,000 in-game points. Now the cheapest that you would spend Robux wise to get 4,000 points in British Railway, if you was to pay, would be 960 Robux. So you're pretty much just getting less trains for the same amount of Robux. The only added benefit seems to be that you can drive to actually get those points. It's completely unlockable without paying money, but the amount of time and effort into it seems a bit high. Some people were confused as to why other trains didn't get extended with this Game Pass. For instance, the HST, and the Class 345 being the main two outliers, which surely they should have been extended because of the Game Pass. And then there were some people who were straight up rude about it. For instance, the one person calling me a successful monetized person, which is laughable considering how little this channel actually makes. And this other person who felt the need to make personal targeted insults towards me because I said, that's not how a business works. In fact, now let's talk about the reasons why some people are for this Game Pass. Well, let's be real here, SCR isn't necessarily a small game. Sure, compared to the likes of huge Roblox games like Brookhaven, Adopt Me, Doors, etc, SCR does only have a relatively small total player count and stuff. However, when you realise the amount of effort that gets put into the game and also the whole size of it relative to the community, SCR is a pretty big deal. As I said in a video quite a while ago, SCR's player count, especially around updates, rivals that of Dovetail Game. The audience of SCR overall is roughly the same size as Train Sim World or Train Simulator Classic, which, to put into perspective, that's a lot of people. SCR's Discord, for example, 75,000 members, and I'm pretty sure the SCR group itself has close to 500,000 members in it, so you can't necessarily say that this is a small game either. And because this game has grown exponentially since it started, the current means of gaining revenue to support the development doesn't necessarily mean that the game can be run as efficiently. If you think about it this way, the only way that SCR could have made money prior to this update would be from premium payouts, which are really not that much if you think about it, and the points game passes, which not everybody will use because, well, you can just get points for free. And keep in mind that these developers who work on the games spend upwards of like 20 hours a week. It's practically a part-time job for these developers to work on SCR. Pretty much everybody at or above the development role in SCR is paid to do it. It's like at least a part-time job for them. Which is partly the reason why I'm for this Game Pass. Although I do agree that the price point is a bit too high, I do also think that the developers should be getting paid a fair share, and that Game Passes like this allow for that to happen and could even allow the hiring of future developers in the future. So you can see that from this side of the perspective, that well, while some may argue that the Game Pass is a little bit expensive, it's completely understandable why they have it in the first place. Although there's definitely a lot of people who generally hate SCR in general, and let's talk about this third group. For the past roughly 2 years in the Roblox transport community, the main competitor to SCR has been British Railway. I mean, in general, why is SCR just so hated anyway? Like, and this other person who, over one comment, decided to do a whole KSI lunch. That can just exist on its own is just completely wrong and just toxic. I mean, in general, at the end of the day, it's just a £10 Game Pass on a Roblox train game that gives you longer trains. At the end of the day, what is the point in crying about it? I mean, yes, it allows me to talk about it and waffle and waffle and waffle and yap and yap and yap for free and get money out of it, because YouTube. But like, yeah, it's just, there's no point. But I do want to end this with a whole general conclusion. Is the Game Pass good or bad? Well, that can obviously be let up to your own opinion, and I hope that this video allows you to make a better judgment rather than the two sides constantly squabbling about it. Personally, I think that the idea of having a Game Pass like this is great, but I don't think that the price point for it is really justifiable, especially for a Roblox game. If it was priced at roughly like half price, then yeah, I would actually be fairly happy with it and would be completely on board, but obviously the main price is quite an issue, and I hope that SCR has learnt from this in the future. Although I can't necessarily say that the Game Pass has ruined SCR either. I'm pretty sure that the community is thriving and that SCR has definitely not got anywhere close to dying. But regardless, I guess it's fun to hate on SCR. But overall, I want to hear your opinions of this Game Pass. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you hate me? I don't know. Say it in the comments, please. It boosts my engagement and I get more out of it than you would ever. But yeah, overall, I just wanted to just yap about this, because it's been on my mind for like the past 2 weeks about how unnecessarily silly this whole situation has been. And to be fair, if you do like me yapping about stuff like this, and want to see more of it in the future, then make sure to leave a like, subscribe, do whatever, give me a bunch of money, I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, I'm Vex, and I'll see you in the next video. And here's the members, who are very membery, yippee, but yeah. See you in the next stream or video, whichever comes first. I'm Vex, and I will see you whenever. Bye!